Hey everybody, welcome back and welcome to any new folk coming over to the channel. Hope everybody's doing great so far today. And yeah, this is a video that I kind of been wanting to make for a little while now, ever since the fall season of anime kind of started up and everything. And you guys know I love rom-com series. I adore rom-com series. I just get so much enjoyment out of it just because relationship buildings are just so nice to see in anime and character development. And I love series that have great dialogue in it, like kind of like Ortogaidu or just like Bunny Girl Senpai has like rom-com aspects in it too, and just different things like that. I just love seeing good storytelling and seeing little cute moments with characters and stuff like that too. But I haven't really had a series in a little while that has given me that real giddy feeling of like, oh man, I really want to watch that next episode. I can't wait for the next episode or anything like that, or just I just adore this series, you know? And this season, the fall season, has a series called My Senpai is Annoying that gives me that feeling. It has been awesome. It has been super cute. It has been great. The characters, I love them all, or at least the main ones that they've kind of showed us. So what separates and makes this series stand out across all other rom-coms that, you know, catches your attention? And one of those things that I really enjoy about it and really love is the fact that it's in an office workplace setting with adults, you know? That's a really big breath of fresh air that you don't see in a lot of rom-coms. You know, 99% of rom-coms probably have that setting set in a high school with high school students, which, you know, with older audiences and everything, it kind of doesn't really relate too much to those people. Kind of like myself, I enjoy rom-coms, like I said, but still, it's nice to have something like this with actual adults that I can kind of relate to, or in an office setting that I can also kind of relate to as well for myself and probably a lot of other people too, because for the past like 5 years or so, I've worked in an office type setting, probably with the exception of like the past year and a half because of COVID reasons with like work from home kind of stuff, at least in my particular situation, thankfully. But that's besides the point. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of bring that up because it reminds me of another series that has the same type of setting, which is Watakoi, Love is Hard for an Otaku. I know a lot of people really enjoyed that series because it was a big breath of fresh air with adults, workplace setting, a lot more relatability and everything for people, for that working class and just adults in general. And yeah, this series is no exception to that because it does give that office setting and shows people kind of that workplace environment for, you know, Japanese work environment culture and everything, and as well as just the fun parts of it that can happen in an office setting. And I really love that because even in the opening, they show and do a really great job art-wise because it looks beautiful and animation-wise with just like the different camera angles that they show. I love that they're able to show those different things and capture that kind of setting because sometimes it can be just business-driven and stuff like that and just have those business-type aspects and be stressful and everything working in those positions. But there's also just a lot of fun moments in the office setting and everything, which I love that they really captured within the opening of the song and the visuals and everything, and as well as like throughout the episodes too, with them going on different business trips and then them kind of just having those stressful moments in the office, especially with Igarashi kind of being a temp employee right now. She's trying to get to be like a full-fledged, you know, actual like employee with the company and everything. But yeah, that's just something that's really relatable to people because a lot of people are kind of in those positions, you know, and kind of starting off in a company is scary and trying to get used to things and trying to do a really good job and impress people to take that next step up. And I really enjoy that they show that aspect of it with Igarashi being in that position and with being kind of mentored or just being watched over by Takeda Senpai, and then them kind of building that relationship with all of those interactions that they have and all of those different moments and little trips that they go on with each other. And it's just really cute. And that's not the only part. The other parts of it that I really enjoy too, that I'd say maybe enjoy the most out of it because it's something that I noticed in the trailer when I watched this because I wasn't sure what to kind of think of the series at first, with the main character being kind of a lolly and everything, Igarashi. But when I did watch the trailer for it, I got super pumped for it because I saw a lot of cute moments in it with Igarashi and with Takeda, and as well as the cute moments with Kazuma and with Sakurai. And yeah, those moments I was just like, whoa, I saw it in the trailer and I was like, no way, are they gonna really like focus on multiple relationships in this? Kind of like Watakoi was another example. It's a breath of fresh air because it doesn't just focus solely on this one relationship. It gives the other, you know, side characters or just other characters time for development, time for interaction and cute interactions, and just kind of showing them in their own little relationship on the side, you know, with Sakurai and Kazuma possibly, which is just super cute. I love them both. I probably would say, in my opinion, that I like their relationship a lot more than I like Takeda and Igarashi's, because it's just kind of, it's already kind of blossoming, you know, it's already kind of moving and happening, and it's happening in such a real natural way that you don't see in a lot of series and everything. Some series, you know, kind of seem forced a little bit. But this one, it seems real natural and nice, because there's these other guys that are all kind of, they really want Sakurai and they really want to date her and kind of be with her and everything. And Kazuma is one of those people that's like, oh yeah, she's like really out of my league. And those guys kind of see that same thing, but still they kind of try to make their attempts to get after her and, you know, just try to ask her out on dates and stuff like that, or just to hang out and try to progress that relationship with her, but they get turned down all the time. But Kazuma, he just kind of plays his part and does nice things, and that those really subtle nice things that Sakurai notices and finds really cute and like finds appreciation for, and that's the kind of person that she like ends up kind of wanting to be with, and you can kind of see it hinted out throughout the series and everything so far, with Kazuma doing those cute things for her, like when that guy's asking her out and she's in a real awkward situation, and you can tell she wants to get out of that situation, but she just doesn't know how to and doesn't want to be harsh to the guy, and Kazuma calls her on the phone, or at least calls and like says like, oh yeah, we need to talk to you or whatever, just to kind of give her an excuse to get away from that guy. And then she notices that Takeda was there, and she picks up the phone and it's him, and he's like, oh, it's just the wrong number or something, but she knows dang well that he was doing that to help her and get her out of that kind of awkward situation, which I really, really loved. It was super cute, and that was kind of like the first kind of thing that made their relationship kind of start progressing and everything. I believe of episode 1 or 2, I can't remember which one it was, but when Sakurai is the one that initiates the conversation of, hey, do you want to go out on a date, or do you want to go out to dinner and go eat something, to kind of, you know, progress that relationship and everything, and them start hanging out and stuff, just them by themselves, because Kazuma's kind of thrown off like, oh, is Igarashi coming with us and just gonna hang out like a work kind of group little outing or something like that, and she's like, no, she's gonna be doing something else, so it's just gonna be you and me. And he's like, oh dang, like, is this actually happening right now? And you can see Sakurai, she's like fidgeting by herself, and it's just super cute because it's realistic, you know, it's not always the guy that they kind of portray in anime sometimes, or at least in rom-com series, that is the one that like initiates the conversation of, hey, do you want to go out on a date, or do you want, like, they end up kind of falling in love because of something he does or something like that, or starting that relationship because of something the guy does. She was the one that initiated things and wants to start this and everything, which I thought was adorable. Ramen But even though they have their own separate relationships that they kind of got going on right now, possibly progressing with Kazuma and Sakurai and Igarashi and Takeda Senpai, they are all friends in the office setting that they're in right now, which is really cool. And it's really funny when you see them interact with the girl Sakurai kind of teasing Igarashi sometimes, or teasing Kazuma, or just seeing them all kind of interact like, you know, they're all friends, like I said, with Takeda hanging out with Kazuma on the way home, or just in the office having that conversation with him. And then, I don't know, I find the conversations with Takeda and Kazuma really funny, or just all of them in general. That scene on the train when we see Igarashi and she's kind of like stuffed her bra at that point and she couldn't take them out, and Kazuma's just like, you're seeing this, right? Like, she doesn't look the same as how she used to. And it was just like super funny moments like that. I love all of their characters, and there's just been a lot of progression so far with Sakurai and Kazuma. One thing that I wanted to mention is that it's not just one-sided, you know, it's not one-sided that Sakurai is the one that really wants to get with Kazuma and Kazuma doesn't want to get with her, or she's the only one kind of being aggressive with, you know, taking those chances of having that conversation of, hey, let's go out on a date. Sakurai was the one that initiated it first in that one interaction they had at the end of that episode. And then in the very next episode, I'm pretty sure Kazuma was the one that initiated it and asked her if she wanted to go out. And I thought that was really, really, really cool, because it's not just Sakurai doing it, it's Kazuma too. They're both like taking those steps and being aggressive and trying to progress the relationship and stuff. It's not official yet, of course, but it's just really cute seeing those moments like that. And as well as Igarashi and Takeda, both of them are taking those steps. And Igarashi initially was in that daughter zone space. I know a lot of memes were going on around that, where Takeda was like, oh, I wish I had a daughter like you. And then she was just like, what the hell are you talking about? I'm a grown ass adult. At that one scene where she was like, oh, why don't you see me as a wife? Or like, wouldn't I be a good wife too? Or something like that. And that was a really cute moment that happened. And just seeing the back and forth with them two, with Takeda and Igarashi too, with their gestures towards each other, giving each other gifts and stuff, exchanging for Christmas, getting them like kind of putting that thought into it and seeing what they're gonna do. Igarashi getting mad that he wanted to keep the tie at home and not kind of display it at work and wear it at work and actually use it and stuff. And then, you know, he actually ended up doing it once he noticed that she was mad about it. And just different things like them taking care of each other when they were sick in the latest episode, in episode 4. It's just all around cute moments with both of them, with both of those relationships and both of those couples. Funny moments all around in that office setting or just any setting that they're in. You know, like that's something that I really love about the series too, is that they're showing different settings for the relationship building, which I think is really cool because, you know, they're adults and they're able to do that kind of stuff, whether it be being at a restaurant or being at work or being at home or being at the mall or like at stores and different things like that. In rom-com animes, a lot of times it's just kind of always maybe at home or always in that school setting, and it's kind of only in those places, or at least the vast majority of the time it's in those places. But so far in these 4 episodes, it's been a lot of kind of everywhere, you know, which I think is really cool because you see that they're kind of having those different types of interactions everywhere. But yeah, so far I've loved the series. I can't wait for episode 5 to come out next week. It's been great. If you guys want to know a little bit more about it, I highly recommend you check it out. It's freaking awesome. Highly recommend. Again, like I said, can't say enough good things about it so far. But yeah, that's all I wanted to kind of say in regards to this series so far today. Hope you guys liked the video. Give it a like if you guys did. Subscribe to the channel if you guys have not already. And hit that bell notification just to get notifications for whenever I do upload a video. Hope everybody has a great day and see you guys later. Bye-bye.